Hey girl, hey, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Misha. Thank you guys for joining me yet again for another review. We are back with a brand new review for VH1's Couples Retreat Season 2, Episode 6. If you are new here, then welcome. I give lighthearted reviews with a little bit of laughter and a little bit of shade and a whole lot of detail. If you're back for a second or third time, then welcome back. Y'all, please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Share with a friend. Hit that notification bell so that you will be updated each and every time I upload a video. Now, child, let's get into the mess. Let's get into it if we're going to get into it. When the episode first opens up, KJ and Claudia go to Style and Audrey's room, right? So they're talking about the evening that they had last night. And he said Claudia fell asleep last night when she got back to the room. Girl, not you going to sleep on his birthday. Oh, child. That's why he not sexually attracted, Claudia. Girl, you fell asleep on the man's birthday, but he did say, she made up for it when they woke up in the morning. Honey, ain't nothing like a little morning action. Been marinating all night. You get into it as you get into it in the AM. So they discussed the other couples, and Claudia said that Jess acts a lot differently in front of Daniel. Child, because they ain't no real couple and they ain't fooling me. In the next scene, Daniel and Jess are in the gym and they're talking about yesterday as well. And he says he doesn't want their negativity to affect the space that they're in, because what they say to Jess matters to her. Oh, okay. So you don't want them to potentially wake Jess the hell up. That's what you don't want. So he starts talking about Claudia and how everyone is focusing on him, but they need to focus on themselves. And I'm going to say this, Claudia, you do need to focus on you and your man. Okay, and I have a little glimmer of hope for you after this episode, because it looks like the two of you are great friends, but I'm not seeing anything romantically. So if we can turn the romance on, y'all might make it. But you do need to focus on your own relationship. Oh, child. So he starts talking about that, and Jess brings up Shamari and her drinking, and she said she was drinking a lot last night, and she wasn't really paying Ronnie no mind. And wasn't. She is trying to suppress them urges, girl. She ain't got time to be worried about Ronnie. So we go to Shamari and Ronnie's room, right? And he's gone for a run and she's in the room. And she's saying, she's very embarrassed. She has no desire to be with a woman. You know what? You know how Shamari likes to get loose as a goose? Everybody would be drunk if we took a shot. Every time Shamari said, I'm not into women. I don't like women. I'm not attracted to women. Shamari, yes, you are. Okay, yes, you are. That's right, Shamari. Just keep repeating it until you believe it, honey. She married Ronnie when she was really young, right? They did the open marriage thing. She fell in love with the woman, but then she went back to Ronnie. And I think she really wanted to stay with the woman, quiet as it's kept, honey. You cannot get past that without really addressing your true feelings for women. You can't keep saying it and then it's supposed to be so. That's not how it works. So Ronnie comes back around because he was on his run and whatnot, honey, had to clear his mind. And he said in his confessional last night was tough. And he was laying next to Shamari like, is this something that I really want to keep doing? Ooh, child, that is heavy. So Shamari was like, alcohol is my kryptonite. That's what she's telling Ronnie. She was like, the other night, I just really don't even really remember anything from it. I don't know if I believe that. I think it's just easier to say, I'm sorry, I blacked out. People really trip me out. Now, some people do forget what the hell they did, and they wake up the next day like, oh my gosh, what went on? But Shamari, you were very much coherent enough to call this man E.T. You know exactly what happened last night, but you want to skirt on past it, so you're going to say that you don't remember much. And girl, you remember, or you wouldn't be apologizing. Moving forward. So Ronnie is refreshing her memory, honey, as he should. And Shamari said, alcohol causes her to be who she's not. She's like, I don't want to be with a woman. No, but the Goose brings out the truth. If all of that comes out when you drink, no matter how many times you say it, that doesn't make it so. I can continue to say, you know what? I am Beyonce. Because, I just am Beyonce. Both of our birthdays are in September. I am Beyonce. I just am. Like, girl, just because your birthday is in September does not make you be. Girl, goodbye. Moving forward. So Ronnie is saying that her behavior was very concerning, but now he's seeing that the alcohol is bringing back old feelings. And he ain't feeling that. This is not going to last if they keep sweeping that drinking and her attraction to other women under the rug. They were going in on Styles and Ajwa this episode, but quiet as it's kept, Ronnie and Shamari do the exact same thing. They act like their relationship is perfect. They have no problems, no issues. If Shamari could hold her liquor, we wouldn't know nothing about them. And that's just point blank in the period. Because them talking about when they had an open relationship, honey, we heard that over there on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Give me something else. What are you guys doing here? Okay? Because quite frankly, I feel like you're here because Shamari is suppressing them feelings. I'm just saying. In the next scene, Michael and Rada go to visit AJ. AJ don't be accomplishing nothing with these couples. Do y'all hear me? Not nothing. So Rada is telling AJ what the women said and how it really hurt her, and he would choose the side chicks, and she's upset about that. And he's like, I didn't say I would choose the side chicks. I said I would choose freedom. I'm a stud. It don't matter what you said. The bottom line is she is not your choice, plain and simple, and that's going to hurt her. The point is you won't choose your woman. That defeats the purpose of proposing because the ring came with conditions. Okay, I'll marry you under the condition that I can keep having sex with other women. And if I can't, then I gotta go. So that was dumb. And y'all knew it was dumb when you did it. So Michael is sitting there with his arms crossed. And y'all know that means that he's very closed off. Because I took a class in body language. And Michael is not here for Rada. So she might as well pack it up, honey. It ain't happening. So he just described being married as prison. Rada, honey, you are in denial. You're going to have to come on over to the other side, honey. It's just not going to go on, honey. The marriage, even if the two of you do get married, he's still going to continue to do what he wants to do, and you're still going to continue to be miserable. So just leave it alone. So Michael is like, well, I think we might just need to slow down, just get to know each other. And so she's like, see, that's taking 20 steps backwards. Rada, I know you're afraid of losing him. Why, I really don't know, y'all. But, you know, despite what we think about Michael, she loves him. But Rada, marrying him is not the move. It just ain't the move. In the next scene, the couples get together for a nice dinner. Jess heckling in the back. Baby, she is in good spirits tonight. Do y'all hear me? She's like, hey, Ryder. Not Rada, but Ryder. She's like, hey, Ryder, I like that coat. And Rada was like, thank you. She was like, it's Michael's, ain't it? And she said, yeah, because, you know, she's trying to keep her cool and whatnot. Here go, Jess. It's giving very much IKEA had a clearance sale on throw rugs. I like it. Girl, shut up. Girl, shut up. Shut up. So Michael's sitting there looking dumb, talking about, well, I mean, I dropped some peen off to Ryder, so I thought she was going to be fine, but she's still upset. I feel like she just gets upset so I can give her more peen. Michael, nobody cares about that, honey. Sex does not solve anything. The woman is frustrated, not sexually, but emotionally frustrated. You are a kid, and I don't understand why she keeps pushing, but honey, we love who we love. Okay, I've been there, done that. Got the t-shirt. Moving forward. So KJ and Claudia, they over there being messy, talking about, ooh, that couple over there. Talking about Rada and Michael. Ooh, they look bored. You must be bored. Focusing on everybody else but yourselves. Turn around and eat your pate or whatever that is on y'all plate, child. And stop worrying about these people. So over at Ronnie and Shamari's table, they're talking about how they hope everything is good with Nick and Kiana. I hope everything is good with Nick's father as well. And I need Nick to come on back and give me some material. I don't want to hear nothing else about Michael and Rada. I don't want to hear it. Moving forward. Oh, Nick, that was for you. Moving forward. So AJ rolls up on the scene and says that she has an exercise for them. We know it's about to be a fool. And she says she wants to address the elephant in the room. She has created this messy game where they're going to write down things on a pad that they think of the other couples and that they think they're sweeping under the rug, and they're going to drop it in the elephant on their table. But do not put your name on it, but walk it over. That's dumb. If it's only two things in the bowl or whatever, whoever the two people were that walked it over, you already know who said it. But anywho, so basically AJ and John Sally are just sitting back watching to see which couple implodes. So let's find out. So now they're going around the table and they're going to read what was wrote. So Michael reads theirs. Same side chick, 2 years, no resolution. And it seems like Michael uses his good sex powers to sidetrack Rada's concerns and feelings. Let me see that card, Michael. Show your work. Let me see that card, child. I do not think that nobody in their right mind said you had sex powers. Boy, if you don't go on, you put a little zhuzh on it, and you ain't fooling me. So Claudia has one at her table, and it says, why won't you live with Claudia? Claudia, I'm thinking you wrote that, honey, because we don't care if he lives with you or not, honey. They don't give a damn, okay? I think you want to live with him, and so you wrote that to get his answer. But I think it's smart that he doesn't want to rush to live together. I say wait it out, honey, if at all possible, forever. I don't know. I guess maybe I'm projecting, honey. It didn't work for me. I just feel like you need to get to know each other more before you start moving in, because sometimes you can't move them out. And, honey, it's just a problem, okay? I just think y'all should wait. So Jess said at her table, they asked, why has she been so patient with such a new relationship? And then they said to Daniel that he doesn't take things seriously. He jokes about it to get out of it. Now, mind you, Jess is the one that wrote that. She wrote that for Daniel herself. Well, baby, what's she do that for? And I have to say this. Both of y'all play all day, so I don't even know. And I can't even see him cracking a joke. He don't even he got a sense of humor. Ugh. Anywho, so Daniel tries to explain it's because they're under a microscope and this is not their norm, so he's uncomfortable. He's like, don't play with me. Not today. Oh, okay. So you can say your threesome sex can never be duplicated, but she can't say y'all joke or you joke when confronted with things. Boy, if you don't shut the hell up. So Ronnie reads his, and it says that he doesn't like the way Shamari verbally abuses him. Well, child, she did call you E.T., and that's a bit verbally abusive. That alcohol make her a whole other person, okay? And he was like, I'm just trying to figure out where y'all get verbal abuse from. Like, help me to understand. Like, did I miss something? Like, please explain. So Michael and his sequin pants, they jump up. I do not know what Ryder sees in Michael. He dresses like a Vegas golden girl. But anywho, I digress. I hate the way Michael dresses. What are these clothes? It's a mixture between Liberace and Blanche Devereaux. I just don't understand what's happening, honey. The clothes are not clothing, honey. Woo. So he tells Ronnie that he said it because of last night when Shamar was going off. So they show a flashback and she called him Beetlejuice. Oh my gosh. Now she done called him Beetlejuice and E.T. Baby Shamari is stuck in the 80s with it, ain't she? She was like, I was intoxicated and I don't really realize what I said, but I do take responsibility because I never want to hurt him. You know, I love my husband. And so she apologizes. Shamari, get it together. Oh, child. Side note, Beetlejuice used to be my movie. Do y'all hear me? Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. That used to be my movie. But y'all, let's continue. So then we go over to Styles and Oshawa. Baby, this will get a little spicy. So she reads Styles and it says that he has a drug problem. Baby, what they say that for? She's like, well, everybody's an alcoholic here, so it takes one to know one. Jess is like, no, the hell I'm not me. She said, oh, no, not you. But I mean, if we gonna point out vices, let's point them out. So Shamari in the confessional was like, why don't you just say my name? Because obviously you were talking about me. Well, a hit dog will holler. But that was whack of Oshawa. I didn't like that because people are saying that to Styles because he likes the ganja. And you know that. But whoever wrote that made it sound like when Judge Mathis calls people a crackhead. You're a crackhead, Styles, and you knew you was a crackhead. Oh, y'all gotta start writing like that. That's why she got pissed. You can't write it as though it's a Judge Mathis type of situation. Oh, my goodness. So the next one said, they act like their relationship is perfect. Why are you here? So that ran them hot. But quiet as it's kept, this is a retreat. Other couples are going to chime in. But I just feel like this. The difference in Styles and Oshawa is they have been together for a while, so they're probably used to being more private. But if everybody else is sharing, it's not fair that y'all are not sharing yours. Like, why are you here? Because I've been saying since episode 1, y'all just wanted a free vacation. So, I mean, if you got problems, put them on the table. If everybody else is sharing their problems, they just want to connect to y'all. Or maybe they could learn from your problems, but y'all ain't giving them nothing. In the next scene, the couples go meet up with Michael and Ryder at their place. Daniel is mad, so he didn't come. So is Styles and Oshawa, so they ain't coming. At this point, Daniel and Jess ain't never together. Child, this is a fool. Of course, Ryder and Michael still talking about their issues. So KJ is like, listen, y'all been talking about the same issue since I have met you, since we got here. When y'all gonna fix it? Like, what y'all gonna do? And keep talking, because he ain't changing and she not leaving. And what else is going on? But y'all, when KJ was going in, Claudia was looking like, I'm so proud. Look at him. I'm so proud of you. Shout out to Drake. She was just smiling. Claudia messy and KJ messy too. So then he brings up Styles and his wife, and they were like, Oshawa was very defensive. And so, you know, of course, Shamari piped up like, I know she was talking about me when she was talking about the drinking, and was. So KJ finally admitted to writing it because he wanted them to be more transparent. So Claudia said, I just feel like it's a holier than thou thing. I don't think it's that, but I do think that they've mastered keeping personal things to themselves. That's what I think. Like after 26 years, they've learned a few lessons, but they're also still healing from their daughter's death. But I understand that it gets frustrating. I can understand y'all's frustration with them not sharing and y'all sharing everything. So then they bring up Daniel. So Jess was like, I feel like he think he can embarrass me, but I can't say nothing to him. So KJ said, I just feel like Daniel is fake. Like, is it real? Is it fake? What's happening? Their relationship is not real. And I stand on that. Okay? It just doesn't seem real to me, allegedly. So Claudia wants to know if Daniel hates her. He definitely doesn't like you. Okay? I don't know if he hates you, but he don't like you. And she wants to speak to him about it. In the next scene, AJ is meeting with Styles and Ajwa to get to the bottom of what's going on in their perfect world. So she's playing this TikTok-esque game where she names some things and they have to say who does it. So then they tell AJ about their daughter passing, because she unalived herself. And I remember them saying that on Marriage Boot Camp, baby, that was the saddest thing ever. I don't think you ever really just get over something like that. But AJ was just really trying to pull out what their issues are and trying to get to the bottom of it. So then they pan over to KJ and Claudia. They're going on a double date with Jess and Daniel. Why are y'all letting Daniel drive his boat, honey? I would not put my life in Daniel's hands. He's the last person I would allow to drive me around on the open seas. Absolutely not. So they make a cheers to Jess once they get on the boat. And Jess tells KJ he should have told Styles that he's the one that wrote the card. So then Daniel goes, KJ, you know what? I just want to apologize to you. I prejudged you. Now, in my mind, I'm thinking, oh, okay, what did he think KJ was? That he's not. He said, I assumed you were a good guy and you are the total opposite. So he tells him, Jess told him what he said and he was not there to defend himself. And he said the amount of time you spend with Claudia has caused you to act like a female. What? Baby, and KJ wasn't saying nothing. He was just remaining calm. He's like, I don't like men like that. Like, we're men. We talk to each other. We don't gossip. We don't pillow talk. Really? KJ didn't even say anything bad about Daniel. You just pissy that another man is calling you out on your ish. That's what it really is. So Claudia is like, you are not about to call my man a woman. So Claudia is proceeding to gather Daniel and his little Daisy Dukes. And KJ said, I'm just concerned for her. I was asking where you were. That is a logical question. Like, you're hot and cold. Where's the consistency? So Daniel is like, you can't judge me, bro. Why are you trying to judge and gauge what's happening in my relationship? So Claudia is like, we're going to ask questions. We're on a retreat. So Daniel goes, see, you taking up for him right now. You're his publicist. And she said, and she's your come up. Well, baby, Jess was with the mess, honey, because she ain't refute the claims. She was just sitting there like, I am definitely his come up. I'm glad you can agree. My thing is this. Y'all stop arguing on this open water. Okay, I'm getting anxiety just looking at it. Y'all too far out to be fussing. One wrong move, somebody gonna go overboard. The screen gonna go black. There's gonna be a message there, and then y'all gonna be all over the blogs. Please stop arguing on this water. So KJ is like, you need to calm down when you're speaking to my woman. You're getting a little bit loud. So now they kind of getting into it a little bit. So Jess gets in the middle to try to calm them down, honey, because she been sitting silent, just watching back and forth like she was at a Venus and Serena tennis match. So in the confessional, she's like, okay, we need to go back to shore. There's no lifeguard, and I'm literally the only one that cannot swim. I know that's right, honey. Let's revisit this on dry land. In the next scene, the couples do another exercise that AJ and John Sally have set up for them. The couples are going to try to read each other's minds to see how well they know each other. So AJ is going to ask some questions and they have to answer as if they were their partners. So Jess goes first, her and Daniel. And the question was, is Daniel monogamous in his relationships? Child, she play all day. Talking about, hell yeah. And girl, stop playing. You know that man ain't monogamous in nothing, honey. Probably don't even know what that means. So then we go over to Shamari and Ron. And they ask Shamari, you drink to get drunk because? Child, because she did not get to enjoy herself when she was younger. She's a mom, she's a wife, and she's using it as an escape. But Ronnie said that it's because she doesn't get out much and she feels stuck with all the responsibilities. And so that's how she lets loose. And he is spot on. And she said that, alcohol brings out things she doesn't like from her past. Shamari, you cannot run from your feelings. That alcohol is just masking it. And every time you drink that alcohol, y'all gonna argue because it's going to come out. Okay, it's gonna come out. So Claudia and KJ, they go and they were playing. Just set the tone for all this foolishness. Everybody playing, everybody joking. So now it's Rada and Michael's turn. So they asked, well, why did you ask Rada to marry you? So she's posing as him, right? And she says, we really don't want to get married because I'm just a BAN. Now she stopped before she got to the end. Rada now, don't play, honey. You don't get to say that word even in jest. Honey, I don't care if you were a black man or not. You are not black. Girl, I almost slipped up there and you ain't fooling me. So then it's Styles and Ajua's turn, and they ask if she believes that Styles cheated more than once. Well, of course he did, and her answer was yes. So then they switch seats, and the question is, in the loss of his daughter, what does he miss the most? And she said that the daughter was gifted to Styles. He misses her being there, them being a unit. He misses raising her, and he took great pleasure and pride in raising her, and he misses that. So Styles starts to get really emotional talking about his daughter. And baby, he had me and John Sally in tears. Do you hear me? I looked over there when they panned over to John, and he had tears streaming down his face. And you know what I loved most about it? I loved that John didn't try to hide his tears. This was real. It was raw. I loved it. I cannot imagine losing my baby that way. Like, a parent should never have to bury their children. Ever. I'm going to be praying for their peace. Because, I mean, that's really all you can do. I don't know how they're getting through each and every day, but they're here, and that was real, and that was raw, and that was the end of the episode. Y'all comment down below and tell me exactly what you thought about this episode. I thought it was good. Next week is the season finale. There's going to be a 2-hour season finale, and then that's going to be all for Couples Retreat. Please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And as always, stay safe, stay blessed, spread love, not germs. Peace.